হবে তাকে যেটা হবে সেটা হওয়ার ছিল, যেটা হয়নি সেটাই।
The left-hander, got to bring one more inside. So yeah, deep backward square is now coming up inside the circle. The regulation slip, fine leg, and a deep third as well. Ball patrolling the offside inside the ring, and a mid wicket and a mid on. A little bit of swing, and they'll pinch another one. Very good evening, Sanjay Mandraka.
Good evening, Simon, and good evening to one and all. Something that Sanju Samson as well echoed. Everyone's opinion as to how India have been in this DP World Asia Cup. Have not been at their best. I think their fans also will accept that. But despite that, they've still been able to win comfortably against some good teams in this tournament. That's where India really stands out as an international team. The inherent ability, despite not being at their best, are able to beat good teams quite comfortably. Bit of a spring in the steps of Hardik Pandya, played a good innings, and that always helps.
It's a sign of a good side when you don't play the perfect game. And very rarely, Sanjay, do you ever play the perfect game. It's always something you're looking to improve on, or little areas of concern on the odd occasion. Still putting W's on the board. Sign of good teams. Takes one or two players to step up in your team home. In good line and length from Hardik Pandya.
But this guy was so impressive in the last game. Saif Hassan, almost like a discovery for Bangladesh. Had a couple of good scores in his very short T20 international career against not full members. But against Sri Lanka, he was just outstanding player of the match. 60 odd in 30 balls. And once he gets going, if he does get going, it's a treat to watch. 61 of 45 to be precise. One of your classical batters at the top of the order. Just have a look at some of the shots that he's played. You'll see a lot of shots in front of the pitch. Likes to go straight. And this is his hallmark, the use of the wrist to play on the leg side, a bit of a whip that he gives last minute. Very heavy usage of the wrist to get the power. Going to be a novel experience for him. Played against India once before, but not in one of the major tournaments. Had the experience of playing Bumrah with the new ball shortly.
Safely in behind that, but a good start from Hardik Pandya. 4 without loss after the first. Should have gone. Into the changing rooms. I know it's not an easy target, but should have felt so much better than they were at the halfway stage, Sanjay. It looking like it could completely get away from Bangladesh after 10 overs, but they pulled it back beautifully.
Makes you wonder what went wrong. There was obviously that run out that changed the course a little bit. A strong team, however, comes back, and they did come back a little through Hardik Pandya, but we expected more than 200. Didn't quite happen.
Just lure him in with a couple of those, and then that searing in swinging Yorker. It's coming. Not sure what ball, Sanjay. I'm going to guess third.
It was a rare game, and expensive. They have been the most expensive Indian bowler. But India still did well despite that. Just a master of his trade. And for the left-hander, they've got a slip. Straight up, leading edge or close to it, and very comfortably held Shivam Dubey. He doesn't go wicketers very often, or expensive very often. He's picked one up early. Yeah, he's back to his natural behavior. He's just moving it, isn't it? He's not really running full throttle. Doesn't run too much, but he's not that kind of a runner. He just wants to maybe hit the right line. Big swing on that one, couple of capable player, Tanzeen, trying to play the leg side. Leading edge, the big man takes a safe catch. Yeah, Bumrah is back. And Bangladesh have lost. Two slips now in place. That's wide. Parvez Hossain Imam is the new batter. Yeah, it's just back to the same scenario for Bumrah because there's a left-hander out there again. He's played the one game, I think, in this tournament so far. Highest score versus UAE for him. Yes, Tanzid replaced by a similar batter, left-hander. And Bumrah doing exactly the same as he did with this ball. Two slips. Got away with the other one, but he couldn't quite get the line right. Yeah, we were debating off air whether he'll get that ball to come back in. The next one, I thought he'll go with the outswinger to the left-hander. His in-swing. He likes to do this. Pulls the batting deliveries to get wickets. Yeah, this was a leg ball in-swing, trying to play on the leg side. There's a bit of bounce on the surface as well. So that helped. Another beauty past the outside edge. Yeah, I like this better, especially when they've committed two slip fielders in T20 cricket for this occasion. He's got to respect that occasion. Both these big banana in-swingers, the out-swingers to the left-handers. Shubman Gill in at first, the just second. This particular delivery was just running in with a little more intent. There's more intensity in the run-up. Well, I've had trouble with their opening combination against full member nations the last 9 T20 matches. Only one innings of any significance at the top of the order, 63. Cannot lay a bat on that. That is a good start from Bumrah. 9 for 1 after 2.
Those opening partnerships for today, 163, 0-0-5-2, 0-5. So they've struggled at the top of the order. Bangladesh against full member nations.
কমেন্ট করছি না মাইয়া দেখছি এমনকে বলতে পারো
It's gone way down to a fine extent. It'll race away for four. Thick outside edge brings some reward.
The exact opposite from the other end. There's the right-hander running in, bowling out swingers. Not a good shot at all. They are trying to just whip it on the leg side. It's a shot that he likes to play, but there is the late swing of this ball. Went to four. Up and can it get over?
Racing back, the skipper at mid-off just could not quite get there.
I tell you what, we had a great view of what Suryakumar Yadav did. No other fielder would have got that close because the moment the ball was in the area, sussed where it was going to be landing somewhat, immediately started running back, eyes on the ball. And in the end came very close to catching it, but his reaction was instant. The moment the ball was in the air, he was running backwards. Brandon Descartes, charge of the Indian fielding unit.
Notice Suryakumar as well after the fielding effort with the towel out, drying the ball off. We saw Kuldeep slipped, really watered the outfield at some stage in the last couple of days just to make sure it stays nice and lush, but there was a lot of wiping of the ball, so I wonder if there's a little bit of dew already. There is just a slightly damp nature underfoot.
There was one game that we saw, it was a delayed start where there was heavy dew in the evening. Where the ball was carrying a lot of moisture, you could see that spray of water in the air when the ball was released. May not have come from the ball necessarily. There was a lot of humidity and dew as well on the field that night.
Yeah, I would have thought the conditions today and this evening a little bit cooler, more pleasant than it has been for the last week. Definitely today's probably the best day, although that picture there might not suggest so.
Yeah, take that off. Wrong timing. But you're right, and that was a talking point for all of us when we arrived at the ground. Ravi at the toss as well mentioned it. There's a breeze blowing and it wasn't hot.
More good line and good length and a little bit of shape from Hardik.
T20s, you wonder how you score of these kind of deliveries because this is short of length. What are the options? Maybe hitting on the up like Hardik did towards the end, or a Shubman Gill would just come closer and punch it to point. The one thing he can maybe look to do against Hardik is go down the pitch, just try and get him to change his length a little bit.
Straight and well. Just one bounce maybe. Was it just short of the advertising? Cushioning or not? I'd have to have a look. It might have gone all the way. Are those fans suggesting so? But also might be a little bit biased.
Clear conflict of interest there with the fans, but this is the strength. He goes straight. A strong man as well. Lands inside. outside, so that's going to be 4. Just a little fuller and cashed it by Bangladesh, 19 for 1. Bumrah again, and why not? After that first one, rinse and repeat. Forgive me, but I've got to take you way back to 1993 when I saw something like this, and my good friend Ajay Jadeja wouldn't mind me retelling that story because he himself has said it on air 100 times. Finally, de Villiers at the Wanderers bowling with the white ball, and he couldn't touch one delivery in a couple of overs or something like that. The big banana outswing, and Ajay didn't quite have a great rapport with the outswing. Going down. He was looking for that magic one again. It was a little full, but I think that's swinging down, Sanjay. Just what does the ball tracker do when it's hit on the full, on the pads? It generally gives you a projection of a straight delivery. Maybe that is what India is hoping for.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. I check the feet, it's a fair delivery. Start with the front on spin mission, please. Appears to be no bat involved, but I'll try to confirm that, please. Copy that, thank you. Still building Patil. Copy that. Still building, still waiting. Copy that, director. Thank you.
Well, just trying to build the Hawkeye. I mean, first impressions were missing leg stump, maybe even hitting outside leg stump. But we have to go through the process to make sure everything is right. At the moment, taking a little time. Fielders have generally gone back towards their positions. I think they understand. Right, we're ready to go.
Ball tracker is coming, original is not out. Impact umpire's call, go back to on-field umpire, Patil please. Patil, you can stay with your not out decision. You are on camera, make your signal.
Decision not out, and remains not out. India do not lose their referral though, as it was umpire's call.
So while the umpire was, the third umpire was coming up. Yeah, while we were waiting for the mat and the ball tracker, there was so much discussion happening off air because when you see that ball, it looks like a big boomerang ball coming back in, but with the ball tracker, if it's hit another one, a bit on a loop, that particular event.
Shivam Dubey at third.
বাংলাদেশ মানে ভুলে গেছে বাংলাদেশ
I think he had to pitch the ball outside leg stump for him to get some bat on it. Otherwise, it's just well bowled and dot balls. But Bumrah is somebody who's always hungry for wickets. It's amazing. He's got the same attitude in all three formats. In T20 as well, looking for wicket because that's how good he is. And if he needs to bowl economically, he can do that as well. But 50 overs cricket, same. Test cricket, more of the same. Wow. Now he's decided he'll just leave the right-hander. That very awkward looking shot. He was in no position to play that. He's trying to play his favourite shot, but this is Bumrah. He's seen the line in the air and he thinks it's got to finish on middle and leg for him to play that shot, whipping shot on the leg side, but there's that late movement and came at a speed of 140 kilometers per hour. He may be just ambling in, but you're seeing some of the best stuff of Bumrah at the moment. This time, protection down there in the form of Shivam Dubey. They'll pick up a couple. They're a very good over from Jasprit Bumrah. 22 for 1 after 4. It's been a little bit torrid out there for the last little while. A little bit tricky. Bangladesh 22 for 1 at this stage. And we could go down in the second over. So Bumrah certainly getting that ball to hoop around. So these batsmen have had their work cut out facing Bumrah. Things will be a little bit different now. Chakravarti comes into the attack. Outstanding economy at under 7, 6.8. Nicely played. Very good shot first up. Boundary off the first ball he faces. That's very good, very clever by Iman. He walked towards the off stump so that he could then hit the ball from outside the off stump. Big stride forward and sweeps it so well. Knows where the fielders are. Fielder is a little bit finer, so he'll hit it squarer. Very good batting there. Was having a real tough time with Bumrah swinging away from him. Abez looking to work that on the onside as well. Good connection. Found the gap for more back-to-back boundaries. Nicely played. Pressure put on Varun Chakravarti. First two deliveries, hammered the boundaries. That is not something that happens to him quite regularly. So this is something new. Again, he's moved outside the off stump and he's played that sweep shot. Played it along the ground. Knows that there is no fielder there. There is no deep mid wicket. There's a deep square leg. Now deep mid wicket going in. Two very fine controlled sweep shots. The first two. Not to forget the power play is still on. Only two fielders outside the 30-meter circle for the first 6 overs. Able just to push on the onside and pick up the one and just rotate the strike a little bit. Clever, very clever batting. 2 boundaries have come. Takes a single, keeps the strike moving. Saif is one of those guys who spends quite a bit of time thinking about the bowlers he's going to be facing. He was really good against Tashara a couple of games ago. So he spent quite a bit of time thinking about the opening bowlers he was facing today. He would have thought about the spin as well. He's clearly a good student of the game. Whipping that one away just. Outstretched hand, 4 runs. Once again, another batter. First two deliveries, Iman, the left-hander, went outside the off stump. Now have a look at what Saif has done.
clearly they have decided that this is going to be the tactic against Varun Chakravarti. Go outside the off stump, so you completely take away the prospect of being LBW, and then go for the sweep shot.
The 3/4 of 4 balls of this over. Straight to the man at mid-on, no run on that occasion. Litton Das, of course, is going to be fully fit for that game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow against Pakistan. Loud scream of no. End of the over, 35 for 1. Look at the comparisons at the moment, 1 to 5. On the charge with India at this stage, Shubman Gill was the main aggressor at the top, and then Abhishek Sharma decided to try and catch him up pretty quickly and then surpass him. Over again for those big hooping away swingers. Let's just have a look at this analysis of the movement that he was getting, and also that length that he likes to operate on. That's his ideal length. That's where he's at his best. Perhaps a little bit full, a little bit short when he was getting some tap a couple of nights ago, but really good on this occasion. Brilliant length. Considerable movement, particularly across the left-hander.
Just given away runs. 2.2 always, Jasprit Bumrah. Got a bit of a tonking against Pakistan a few days back, so he'll want to come back.
Went for 45, which was so unusual in those 4 overs, but that's a rarity. Sure, we'll see that happen again. So look at the work that he's done in the Asia Cup. Outstanding stuff from Bumrah. What a shot that is! That is quite remarkable.
It is. But not too often have we seen Barrel do that to Jasprit Bumrah. It was the length ball. The white ball doesn't move that much. And he just waited for it, Imad, and then got under the ball so nicely. And it's a massive 6. It's a massive 6.
Pretty much the top of the bounce. That's an amazing shot. Loud scream of no that time.
India continuing with their policy of having 3 overs as the top from Jasprit Bumrah. They've done that in the matches so far. Bowls 3 overs and then cuts back for 1 over towards the end.
That's a little bit slower on that side, just plugged the fraction also, they're going to come back for the second and stay at 2. Pretty good aggressive stuff from Iman, playing nicely. Trying to get after Bumrah if he can. He's, as I said earlier, he's had a bit of a torrid session against him, but now just having at him with the last over he's bowling in the spell.
He said he's waiting for it. He's waiting for it and then playing it, like you said, on top of the bounce.
Plenty of advice, years of advice being passed on to Rashad from Mushib. Last toss. Easy on the onside, it's only going to be the single. Ends up being 9 runs off that over. 6 down, power plays finished, 44 for 1. Pretty relaxed in the viewing area for Bangladesh at the moment, going along okay. Run rate's at 7.3, there's the signal to let us know it's the end of the power play. 72 India made in their power play, 44 for 1 Bangladesh, so there's a bit of a game break at this stage for India. Bangladesh came back unbelievably with the ball in the last 13 overs. Last 12 overs actually just 87 runs were scored. Amazing work. Kuldeep now ending the attack. Again the sweep. Powerful along the ground. And they come back for 2.
He is playing the sweep shot well. Takes a step across the off stump and then plays it. Look at that. Gets into position. And then anything from outside the off stump plays it very well. It'll be interesting to see if could stop that by Abhishek. If Kuldeep will try and bowl him round his legs.
That's a top edge. There's a chance. Comfortable catch. Easily taken. Kuldeep in the attack. And as he so often does, has struck early.
He pulled his leg back. This time you can see that he pulled his leg back. The first one was 87 kilometers. This one was a little bit quicker. Have a look at this. He's pulled his leg back just a little bit. Not quite where the earlier delivery was. And Abhishek Sharma has taken much more difficult catches than this one. It's 46 for 2 in the 7th over. And Imran entertaining 21.
Lost their second wicket just outside that power play now over Bangladesh. Ridoy arrives at the crease. Played very well. They beat Sri Lanka in that last ball thriller here not so long ago. Kuldeep, of course, into the attack straight away. He's got a wicket first up. That'll make him feel a lot more comfortable. Very talented spin bowler. We always know that he's a strike rate bowler as well. Look at his career, 46 knocks, just over 1,000 runs, strike rate 124. A score against India, 63 not out. Just tucked around the corner. Kuldeep was certainly interested in a big shot with that one. Thought it was bat. I didn't think it was foot at all. I thought it was bat myself, and I think that's what he's just being told as well with a smile on his face, Samson.
It'd be interesting to see. Oh yeah, that is. Might have been bad. I think it still would have missed the leg stump.
Moving through for the first one, not there to come back for the second. Trying to put some pressure on the fielder. Here's a look at the wicket that's gone down recently.
He'd been using the sweep shot to good effect against Varun Chakravarti. But this one, he wasn't quite able to get it away.
End of that over 5 from it. 49 for 2. Success one with the wicket. Today, due to come next, Jagger Ali, Sain after that, and then Rashad Hussain. You can also wield the willow, so there's still some batting to come. Safe at the top, not out. On 20, the moment off 18. Aksa Patel. Patel into the attack. Deciding on the one. Such a nice, easy bowling action. Aksa Patel, high delivery point.
Yes, and he varies his pace because he's so tall and such a high release point. He doesn't really have to flight the ball. Very accurate as well.
Yeah, there's the next 3 that I was just talking about. To be done by those 3. The only too aware, these Bangladesh batsmen, how much India did slow up. 6.85 they were going at in the last 13 overs. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Darting in late.
It's a good bat. Perfect with that is a very, very good bat. He's just coming to bat, but otherwise he'll move around the crease, throw the bowler off.
Clocking up above the single. Yeah, because of those last 3 overs, 87 runs scored for the loss of 5 wickets, going at 6.69. They don't have to bat out of their skins right now. They're going to pace themselves well here, Bangladesh, and make sure they get a good partnership going. Flip that one away on the leg side. 5 over, 4 from it. 53 for 2. Keep talking about India's batting ability. They keep coming, the class and just the sheer ability of Indian batters. But let's not forget the bowling side of things with India. Hardik Pandya bowled well, got the ball to swing. But Bumrah, the genius, did his stuff for 3 overs. But then Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, they keep coming thick and fine. Let's go down to Sanjana.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Taking in this electric atmosphere here in Dubai is Bobby Deol and Raghav Juyal with me. You've picked a great game to come watch the cricket. Have you enjoyed your time so far?
I'm really having a great time. I've come to the stadium after like years and I feel like a little child right now. I'm getting all excited. You know, with every ball, it's just so much fun. I mean, we've all grown up playing cricket, so cricket is our life. You know, after acting, cricket.
Have you enjoyed?
Yes, suddenly Bobby sir has started acting like me. So we are excited. This is my first time, you know, watching a match live. So I'm also feeling like I'm really childlike energy in me today.
स्टेडियम में आते ही एक जैसे लग रहा है कि हम वहाँ हैं तो मजा और आता है. टीवी पर देख के वो फीलिंग नहीं आती.
आपके तो अच्छा है कि आपके तो चाहने वाले अंदर ही हैं, खेल रहे हैं तो.
नहीं पर क्या बोलेंगे Bumrah, I mean everyone's playing well but Bumrah's that spell was really great.
Thank you so much. But it's 55 for 2 at the moment. What are your hopes, gentlemen, for Team India, and do you have a message for the side?
जीतेंगे 100% सर.
जीतेंगे तो I mean I just want them to play their best because it's a sport and you on a given day anything can happen but the way our team has been playing and performing and each and every player has been giving their best to the team so I'm sure they're going to win and it's going to be a great game.
या मेरे तो फेवरेट प्लेयर है बुमराह जी और सच्ची बताऊं तो मैं उन्हें बहुत पसंद करता हूं एंड मैं चाहूँगा मेरी एक सीरीज का डायलॉग बोल दें उनके लिए. वो करेंगे प्लीज. ओके सो डायलॉग है अक्की दुनिया एक तरफ और मेरा बुमराह एक तरफ. और आप
अक्की दुनिया एक तरफ और मेरा बुमराह एक तरफ. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of the match. For now, it's back to you in the come box.
Thank you so much, Sanjana. So that was great. So the whole world on one side and my Bumrah on one side. That is how that ended. Leading edge. Will that carry? Lucky for the batter, doesn't. 9 overs gone. 57 for 2 Bangladesh. Saw a lot of changes in the Indian batting order. They tweaked the batting order quite a bit today. The bowling side of things, they've gone with their usual bowling changes, no surprises. That corner, Akshar Patel now in the attack.
Well, you mentioned Sanjay about the Indian batting but and then you mentioned about the bowling. This is where India have the upper hand against a lot of sides. That is a very good hit. That's a very, very good hit. It's picked up length quickly. They need a few of that. Because if they allow the spinners to bowl, they'll get through their overs very quickly. And not only keep a check on the run rate, but also get wickets to the calculated risk has to be taken. That's good strike.
He's a good player. Clive Hassan, we saw in the last game, player of the match. Said this before as well. He doesn't play the modern T20 game. Now that last shot was a proper pull shot deep inside the crease and is a powerful striker of the ball. But invariably hits the ball straight. The way in the front, very rarely you'll see him play the lap sweep or the paddle sweep. It's gone straight. And this is going to be out. Completely misfired shot. And that's a big wicket because this guy can bat. Toy
strike pretty quickly. Kuldeep Yadav getting a wicket, and now Akshar Patel, spinners doing the job here in the middle overs, keeping a check on the run rate and chipping away at the wicket. So a double blow, and the required rate now just above 10. Bangladesh 65 for 3 as strings come out onto the field.
Struggling a little bit in this run chase. India didn't get enough runs on the board, but they're going to make 160 look like 200. The kind of class they have in the bowling as well. Every time their batters, Bangladeshi batters, have looked to up the ante, they've lost wickets. Bumrah getting one, Kuldeep Yadav has got one. Akshar Patel hasn't been the major wicket taker for India, but this is his last wicket.
Yes, and a good wicket, because Ridoy has the talent. He can play the big shots, play the long innings. So that's a heavy blow for Bangladesh.
He's a tall man, Akshar Patel. Love the reaction as well. They've just got that extra bounce with that horizontal batted shot that he attempted, Ridoy. In comes Shamim Hussain. Saif Hassan is still out there, not playing one of his fast innings. He's taken his time, and he needs to, because Bangladesh are losing wickets. Shamim Hussain, 32 innings, strike rate 125. Nice shot, finds the fielder. 10 overs gone, 65 for 3 Bangladesh. Shivam Dubey, the seam bowler, quite a bit in this tournament, and against Pakistan with a couple of wickets, played a major role in keeping India in the game and getting them back at one stage. Good shot. One could get more than a couple on that occasion.
As his intentions were good, but the execution not quite right there. Slowing it up a bit. Akshar Patel, he enjoyed it.
The bottom iron on this one, and it's gone all the way. This guy can bat, and that's his favorite hitting zone. Not a bad thing to do Varun Chakrabarti especially, going straight.
And he's a good striker, as you can see here. That's nice, clean hit there. He's picking his spots nicely. That's his area of strength. 39 from 28. He needs to go. He needs to keep going.
The great strength of Varun Chakrabarti. He'll keep that ball in that exact same area from where the last ball was hit for a 6. Nothing can get him to go away from the length that he believes is a key to being effective and successful. We've got a slip now, Shubman Gill. 3 boundary riders on the leg side for the big shot. A left-hander likes to play. Oh! Varun Chakrabarti straight pull. Batter misses. He's in play.
As he's knocked back the off stump. One of his great strengths is to bowl wicket to wicket. He doesn't leave the stumps. And the leg stump has gone for a toss there. He's got a good temperament. He's got a good attitude. Even if he's hit, he'll keep coming at you. Bangladesh just losing their way now. 3 quick wickets. And they're 74 for 4.
Today's captain is batting at number 6, Jakar Ali. Quite a bit of experience for him. 350s at the T20 international level. Quick word on Varun Chakrabarti. We had a chat with him before the game, a couple of matches back, and he said the gospel for him in T20 bowling is not so much the line, but the length that he bowls. You have to watch the length with which we got the last wicket when we come back. 75 for 4. Patel. For a little while, but just the 1 run.
You can see the squeeze being put on by India now with their spinners. 3 wickets falling in quick succession. This is the last one, giving himself a little too much room. And Varun Chakrabarti bang on the money.
Considering that earlier in that same over, Saif Hassan had got straight against him. Almost pulled off a brilliant catch there. Wasn't timed well enough. But good reactions.
He's a tall man. His own bowling. Just out of his reach.
In it today. Kuldeep Yadav, the front spinners for India, but is looking the part.
He's improved is the way he varies his pace and his length. Akshar Patel is
and again, another big one down the pitch. His favorite hitting zone.
Yeah, while he's there, there's hope for Bangladesh. Again, going down the ground for 6. Preferring that area, a couple of sixes there.
Yeah, he wants to stay there for a while, maneuvering the strike as well. 12 overs gone, 85 for 4.
Overs done, 85 for 4 at the moment. India have been so good in this period throughout this whole Asia Cup, including today. In these middle overs they've picked up 18 wickets now at an economy of just a shade under the 5.5 mark. Been absolutely superb in these middle overs, and of course the spinners again today that are leading by the charge. Bangladesh, on the other hand, losing a couple of wickets has put them on the back foot in this game. Quite a gap is building between both these sides at the moment. 116 plays, 87.
Salah.